4 babies are born every second. More than 400,000 children are born every day. There were roughly 1 billion people on Earth in 1800, 2 billion in 1927, and 5 billion in 1987. There are now 8 billion people on Earth. The world's population has increased by more than 600% in 200 years. According to the United Nations, the world's population will increase by 2 billion people by 2050, requiring a 60% increase in food productivity to feed them. So the question becomes, how do we feed such a large population that is exponentially growing on a planet that is rapidly becoming resource depleted and warming? Pope Francis has often reminded us to the fact that many of our brothers and sisters still do not have access to the food they need, either in quantity or quality. Artificial intelligence can help by providing real-time data for algorithms to increase agricultural efficiencies, improve crop yields, and reduce food production costs. Gaining insight into how weather, seasonal sunlight, migratory patterns, the use of specialized fertilizers, planting and irrigation cycles all affect agricultural yield is a perfect problem for AI to solve. AI is already showing the potential to help close the gap in anticipated food needs for an additional 2 billion people worldwide by 2050. That's why farmers and agricultural developers are doubling down on data-centric approaches and expanding the scope and scale of how they use AI. We spoke to Professor Laura De Gara of the Campus Biomedico University of Rome about the challenges in food production and how artificial intelligence can help.
I think we need to realize the real challenges we have. On one hand, a planet that is being depleted of resources. On the other hand, advancing climate change. Certainly, climate change is not only human-driven. There have been, in other geological eras, times when the planet is warming and cooling. We can only affect the anthropogenic part which impacts these changes. And that means for us, to affect climate change, we need to find ways to farm in a changing environment in the best possible way. Again, it seems to me that a key element here is the enhancement of biodiversity. We have so many wild species that have adapted to live in environments other than cultivated environments that can be recovered, that can be studied, and from which we can derive genetic traits that can be good for our cultivated plants.
So given the fact that the planet is warming, what role can AI play to ensure sustainable agricultural production? Anna Sabatini, a researcher at the Campus Biomedico University of Rome exploring this theme, shared with us how she sees AI contributing.
Climate change will affect the growing conditions of plants, but thanks to artificial intelligence, it will be possible to monitor the health conditions of the plants in order to optimize the resources that the plants have to use for their growth and maximize the products obtained from them.
So if artificial intelligence is able to monitor the health conditions of the plants in order to optimize their production in the scenario that climate change will likely make it more difficult to cultivate them, then how would artificial intelligence respond to a likely global population change?
I think in general there will be an increase in population. We have to say that agricultural production has not grown steadily over the years. We have had some times of great inconsistency when agricultural production has increased significantly and when scientific research has been used in agriculture. Think of Norman Borlaug, who won the Nobel Prize and is called the father of the Green Revolution. The identification of grains that are more suitable to grow in developing countries has led to an increase of 10 times the production capacity for those countries, greatly improving the quality of life. And this is a result of research.
E di migliorare appunto la sicurezza alimentare.
Technological revolutions can create new horizons. It looks very likely that AI will upend the way we produce food and its distribution.
Quello che sicuramente possiamo dire è che
What we can say for certain is that artificial intelligence will play an ubiquitous role. It will go on to influence all stages of production, from the choice of crops to their distribution to engineering the entire process of agriculture itself.
dell'agricoltura stessa.
But as these changes take place, it's ever more important to keep Pope Francis's message from 2018 on the occasion of the Davos Summit front and center. Artificial intelligence, robotics, and other technological innovations must be so employed that they contribute to the service of humanity and to the protection of our common home, rather than to the contrary, as some assessments unfortunately foresee.